And we are live for yet another episode on Italian football. It's 7 episodes. Welcome to the Panenka View webcast. I'm your host Prasad Bhutkar. Joining me on the show, our very own Swarnim, who's been a regular. And we've got three debuts on the show today. Let me introduce one by one. We've got Saket Rao representing AC Milan. Hi, Saket.
Hey, how are you guys?
We've got Pulkit Jain representing Napoli. Pulkit, great to have you.
Hi.
And we have Samuel from Nepal. Am I right, Samuel? Samuel Lee from Nepal. Samuel, can you hear us? Hello? Hello? I think he is here. Yes, Samuel, can you hear us?
Oops.
So I think there's some problem, but one testing, mic testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll get back when we hear from him. Yeah,
I'm back.
Yeah, Simon, can you hear us?
I can see the connection is being.
Okay. Let's start with you then. Pulkit, I'm going to come to you after Saket. So it's your debut, Saket. Can you introduce yourself to the viewers and why AC Milan?
So I've been following Milan since I guess 2002. I think the summer of 2002. That's when Rivaldo transferred to AC Milan in the summer of 2002, and I was a huge fan of Rivaldo back then. So that's when I started to follow Milan properly, and that's the season we won the Champions League, beating Juventus in the final.
Okay, so Swarnim, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but the voice is breaking a lot.
Oh yeah,
I cannot understand.
But I think
only heard about beating Juventus part.
so you are saying he's been a fan since long time.
Sorry guys, sorry Prasad, I cannot hear anything.
I think you should try rejoining then. Okay. Yeah, Pulkit, coming on to you then. Welcome to the Panenka View webcast. I'm sorry all the trouble and the signal connections tend to sort of be like this, dicey. So, Pulkit, introduce yourself to the viewers and why Napoli?
So I've been Napoli fan since 2012, and a friend of mine introduced Napoli to me while I was playing FIFA. So I used to play with Edinson Cavani in FIFA, so I love playing with that guy in FIFA 12. So from there I started becoming a Napoli fan.
Brave choice. Simon, now can you hear us?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Great. So the land of the Tottis and De Rossi's. So Simon, since when have you been a Roma fan and why AS Roma?
It's a long story. I've been a Roma fan since 2000, and I was a small kid then, watching Totti with.
Wow.
Yeah, 2000s, and I think it was Euro 2000 when I first saw him, and then I became a fan of him, and I followed him since. And the colors of yellow and red of Roma attract. Since then, I've been following them.
So that's incredible, guys. Welcome to the. And I'm sure you've heard you've seen the game that happened in the last the weekend. So let's get to you, Saket, and in hot form, isn't it? AC Milan in hot form, not dropping any points now, and Pure Tech is on fire. You all are in third position.
Yeah.
So how did that game go in the weekend?
We are on hot forms by the score line, but not sure while playing we are on hot form. We have a great defense right now, and all thanks to Rino Gattuso for that. He's really steadied our defense amazingly. The whole team is focusing on defense, and Piontek is doing the work. We're just making it through.
That's great. There's a problem with Napoli, and what's the from where is this voice? Is it whose end is the voice coming? Can you hear something? Can you hear
Yeah,
dogs?
yeah.
I can
Uh,
hear dogs barking.
it's not more, not from my end.
Definitely not mine. Oh, that's gone.
Okay.
It started again.
There's okay. So Pulkit, continuing with the show. There's Napoli that dropped 2 points more, and Juventus are 18 clear. What did you make of that game in the weekend?
Uh, Actually, Napoli should show more sincerity in Syria. If they keep playing on like this, then 6 points is not a very big deal to chase for Milan. And we are focusing on Europa League, but still, like previous year, we started focusing on Syria, and it didn't go well in Champions League. So I fear that we may got hurt this season, but I think Ancelotti with his mentality we can do something. We won't drop more points, I think.
Simon, EDF's gone. He's been sacked. There's a lot that happened in
Yeah,
the,
sad.
that there's a lot that happened in the back room in AS Roma. Monty also has left, and Ranieri
Yeah.
is back, and you all won against Empoli. So take us through that game. What did you make of that game?
The first half was great. The return of Renier is kind of good, I think.
Hmm.
But the sacking of EDF was, I think he was a scapegoat
Hmm.
because I don't know the team management. I think the blame is for them. And Monchi hasn't secured his job quite well. He hasn't done his job quite well. I think in January he should have brought some backup for defense and some midfield. And Jose
Hmm.
has been terrible. Pastor has been a rubbish. So EDF is a scapegoat in here.
Saket, we were having a chat, and
But
you said you would love to talk about Piotek, and he's been in hot form. How do you think has he changed the whole look of the Milan side right now?
Basically, less crying and more action is what is happening. With Higuain, there's a lot of basically, I don't know, he didn't want to be in the team, I guess,
Hmm.
but circumstances made him come to Milan. But then good riddance, I guess. And Piontek has his main forte is his movement. It's uncanny how amazing his movement is. Even if you check out if you check out all the goals he scored, you can just see if you just take a look at him, he's moving in such a smart way. He's always on the right spot to score. That's the best about him. Always anticipates.
Well, guys, also there's a movie coming on in the weekend, and I hope everyone's pumped up for that, especially you. But
Yeah.
Pulkit, where can Napoli invest in the summer, or where can they go to address the issues that they have at the moment? And what changes do you think will be made in the summer?
Uh, I think definitely we need a center back.
Hmm.
Like Albiol has been aging, so and he has knee issues. So I think we need a center back, and we have a decent midfield. If we don't lose any player, then I don't think midfield will be any problem. Uh, in attack, let's see for the rest of the season. Milik has been he shows some good form, but he's inconsistent.
Hmm.
He's not consistent all the way. So let's see. And we need a replacement for Mertens because lately he has not been that good. Uh, he's a pacey player, but now he's also aging. He's 33, so we need a replacement for Mertens also. I
Samuel,
think.
Samuel, it's gone a bit downhill. Okay, Sam, we've lost him, but okay. So, Saket, can you take up a Roma question? Because what happens is EDF's gone and Monty is gone. Did you expect Roma to lose that way to Porto? I mean, they were leading 2-1, especially you have that away goal threat, because a team that has the away goal has the slight advantage in the returning leg. Did you see Roma going out that way?
To be honest, Roma is very inconsistent every year because every transfer season they're losing their best players and building a team again and again. EDF is, as he said, he's the scapegoat because you can't make a new team every season and expect to reach the top four, especially when the Milan teams are coming back into the reckoning. So I don't know, you can't expect that.
Well, Ranieri is back, guys. And what is your take on Ranieri? Do you think he will be permanent next season? He's interim right now. He's as interim manager, Pulkit. Do you think he'll be made permanent manager?
I haven't watched Roma playing with Ranieri, but I think he will improve the defense. While he was in Leicester, his team did a great job in defense. So Roma's weakness has been in defense mainly this year. What I saw with them, winning 3-0 and drawing the game 3-all. So I think. Let's see what happens, but definitely he will work on defense, Roma's defense.
Saket, the same question. Will he be made permanent? Do you think, and if not, is Conte a target for them?
I don't think Conte will go to them because he has high expectations from his directors. He needs those targets, transfer targets, to be met. But I guess Ranieri is quite perfect for them. He's a stable-minded coach. He will fortify their defense exactly, and I think that's what they need. They have Dzeko and some very quick wingers up top. I think they will do well with a stable team. If they don't change the whole team again this transfer window, they should do well.
Well, Simon, we are back, and we've asked a few Roma questions to Saket and to Pulkit. But let's ask you the same questions. As permanent manager next season, or who else if they're not Ranieri? Again, oh shit. 3, 2. These sort of things happen to everyone watching. Yeah, Simon, can you hear us now? Okay. Swarnim, Saket, it's a bit unusual for you, but that's how it goes here. If the connection is not reliable, this is what happens. But
you have to come to a friend's house and use his Wi-Fi.
But we'll still can't see you. Oh, we can now. We can.
Yeah.
And Swarnim, there's a comment for you. Yogesh is missing you, and Yogesh has asked, where is Juventini? Is he hiding earlier?
Well, being a Napoli fan, he must be used to people hiding, right?
Yogesh, are you there? Can you listen to us? Okay. Okay. So, yeah, Sriram Shetty asks, Yogesh, how many points are you behind anyway? So, Sriram is on his banter mode on the live chat. Okay. Okay, so guys, there's a lot of banter going on the live chat in here. But yeah, Swarnim, Atleti versus Juventus. And that's the starting point because all these three men here are waiting to pounce. If I'm waiting to view. But fancy a comeback tonight? 3-0?
Yes. Yes, that's it.
That's it? Saket, fancy a Juventus comeback tonight?
I expect them to give a good fight. But I think they'll probably score a couple, maybe. Juventus will score a couple, but I guess Atleti might also score. So we hope for the best. And I hope our old boy Kalinic will score and that'll be some crazy stuff.
Okay. Who will be more affected by a loss in the Milan derby, Inter or AC?
If Inter lose, definitely Inter. they are not in great form. AC Milan have been in decent form. They have uh, Piatek has been firing goals.
Absolutely.
So and AC Milan, uh, what I have seen from past 2 3 years, sorry, Inter Milan. During the start of the season, they play good, and in the end, they start to lose points.
Oh yeah,
So
I saw a meme there. A cycle with a cycle, the guy putting a rod in the wheel and saying that's Inter Milan in the second season, the second half of the season. Saket smiling there. Saket, who will be the most affected? And do you fancy a Milan win against this Inter side, who's a bit short on confidence, maybe?
I expect a Milan win because the problem in the last derby was we conceded because of lack of focus, I guess, and
Okay.
right at the last minute. And I think what Gattuso has done is he's shored up the defense. Like everyone's concentrating to the max, and we won't be conceding goals like that anymore. That's what I'm confident about. If we play the full team, which we expect, because no one's injured and no one's suspended. So, and without Icardi, I don't think I think we can win. Yeah.
So, Samuel, can you hear us now? One, two, three. All good?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Yeah. So before I come to you, here's a question for Mr. Juventini. And that's again from Yogesh. Yogesh asks, for whom are the stakes highest? Allegri, Ronaldo, or UA as a whole?
Juve as a whole.
And Yogesh Swarnim's that guy who will answer on point. That's it. The
And Yogesh, I hope that's a whole with a W, right? Not with an H.
yeah, that's a W.
Okay. Because with an African, you never know.
Oh my God. Nothing that saying it's Champions League. You need a bit of luck. Now, Sriram, I hope you can join us one day because that can be fun. And we
Yeah,
do
it
have,
would be judging from what I know about the guy, it would be really fun.
yeah, really. If you see the live chat, it's kind of buzzing because Sriram Shetty is there. So one more thing from the weekend was Atalanta's 2-1 win over Sampdoria, and Atlanta have progressed to the Coppa Italia semi-finals, but they kind of lost some track in the league, isn't it, in the recent weeks? So Swarnim, do you still see Atlanta in the Europa League next season, making it high up?
See, if I talk about as a fan, I hope they are in Europa League, but given their history, they tend to sell their top players. I see Duan Zapata and the players who have been playing really good for them leaving next season for other big clubs. So if that happens, it won't be the best for the league that Atlanta plays in Europe. But if they can somehow manage to keep their key players, I hope they play in Europe and do good. If you
Well,
remember, I think it was last season, they had a good run in the Europa League. I hope they can do it again.
okay. Also, here's an article from the 90 Minutes. If you can see my screen, that says Paulo Dybala set to be dropped for Atletico Madrid Champions League clash for Juventus. Swarnim, is that true? And should it happen?
So, judging from what I've been seeing online, it's going to be Bernardeschi who's going to start the match. And Paulo Dybala is going to be, that's my opinion, that Paulo Dybala could be the super sub who can come on later in the game and have a big impact.
Great. So here we go, Sakit. Here's one question for you, and that is, what will the transfer strategy for Milan look now that they've got a striker like Piatek? Where else should they be adding?
The winger position is what we wanted to do something about in the Jan transfer market as well, but I guess we didn't get someone suitable enough. So I think we're looking for a winger, someone to replace Hakan Çalhanoğlu on the left wing, maybe, or maybe replace Suso as well, because Suso is been out of form for like a couple of weeks now, and Hakan's been a little inconsistent as well, though he's playing well right now. Suso is out of form now, so someone to replace either of these guys, I guess. Samu Castillo is playing well though, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, so a winger. So basically a winger.
Yeah, winger.
Yeah. Samuel, Roma out of the Champions League be a good finish to the season now. They are chasing the fourth spot. Do you think they can pip Inter to the fourth spot now?
Yeah, it's a tight run, but I think it has a if you see a schedule from now and then until the end of season, Inter has a tough games ahead. So I think for in that basis, Roma can pip Inter to fourth, but it's going to be a tough games.
Okay. Pulkit, Insignia has an uncertain future, is what being rumored. You know the rumors, right? In the world.
Yeah, I was following.
And Jurgen Klopp has been an admirer of Lorenzo Insigne. Do you see Lorenzo Insigne leaving at the end of the season?
No, I don't think he'll be leaving today. Just around 9 p.m. I saw a tweet that Insigne's father has quoted that he won't be leaving Napoli. So I don't think he'll be leaving.
Swarnim, you were shaking your head pretty vigorously there. Do you agree with that? And what can you add more to that?
Absolutely, I agree with Pulkit here. And if I have to talk about one player who's gonna stay with Napoli forever, is Lorenzo Insigne. Unless something drastic happens in behind the doors.
Well, here's these rumors are getting, lovely. Does Alexis Sanchez move back to Italy next season, giving his time at Manchester United and seeing the way the season has panned out for him? Will Inter go for Sanchez? Do you, any of you, think that he might land up in one of your clubs?
I hope he doesn't land up at Juventus.
That's
neither mind.
I do watch United matches, so I hope he doesn't come to Napoli. So he has been very poor, very poor.
You know, there is one club he might be very well suited in Italy. That's Roma. That's just my personal opinion.
Milan's transfer strategy has been such that we're going for players that are around 25 years of age and with a bright future. That's been our strategy right now. So I think we'll still be going for that as well.
Simon, Atleti versus Juventus, and when it's the Champions League, the entire Italy is together, isn't it? The entire country is together.
Yeah.
Juventus come back tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. And if it's one goal for Atletico Madrid, I hope Juventus scores 4. That's how it goes.
Man, you are a true football fan.
So, Swarnim, we've seen Monty leave for his next possible destination is a Premier League club, but I won't name because Sriram will be going all out for discussing Premier League then. So, hi Sriram. Swarnim, Monchi leaving EDF. Do you think managers are being made scapegoats now for the lack of intent from the management and stuff like that?
Well, to a certain extent, yes. But it's a manager's job to make the team perform well. And if you cannot perform well, you're out. That's the hard part of being a manager or a coach.
Swarnim, we've discussed. We had might be a comment that Roma had an easier chance of making it to the finals. But did you see? Did you see Roma crashing out like that?
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. I was hoping for a Juventus Roma final.
So
I hope so.
Okay, and one more for Mass. Allegri. Allegri. There are rumors that Allegri might leave Juventus. Who else can come in? Who else would come in his place? Would it be Conte who's coming back?
See, we've been reading about rumors about Allegri leaving for 3 years now. So if that's a big if, Allegri has to leave. I used to think it could be Zinedine Zidane, But since that's out of the window, I think we might go for someone like Didier Deschamps. He's the most likeliest name, or Simone Inzaghi from Lazio.
Yeah, Yogesh asked that because Yogesh said that now that Zidane's gone, who are you aiming for? Didier Deschamps, and you answered one of the. You guessed that right. So yeah, that's a rumor, by the way. So Saket, here's a question for you. And Chintan's asked a question. He's asked you, Cutrone staying or Silva coming back?
Oh, definitely Cutrone is staying, because Cutrone is our boy. He's been in Milan for since years. And Andre Silva has been out of form for Sevilla as well. So I see that's a history for us. I don't really. Piontek and Cutrone are perfect for us right now.
All right. So here are the other fixtures that everyone's fired up for the Milan derby. And Swarnim, you are 18 points clear. Even if you forfeit some games, are there.
It's not, it's how they say in Italian, lo stile Juve. It's our
Uh-huh.
style. It's our style to be ahead, maybe 18 points, maybe some less points sometimes. But the result speaks for itself.
Pulkit, Udinese at home this weekend for Napoli. Do you see Napoli coming back, getting the 3 points, coming back to form once again?
Yeah, like last week we have dropped points, so I think we'll play with more sincerity. Seeing that Milan is just away 6 points away, so I hope and Koulibaly and Maximovic will be at rest for that Salzburg match, so they'll be fired up for that match, I think.
Simon, Spal away, Roma have Spal away, Ranieri is at the helm. And to see if you check the table, Spal are the 16th. Fancy an easy win or a hard fought 2-1 like the last time?
Nothing is easy from now on because the relegation battle is on. So I think it will be a tough game, but our main guys will be back after suspension and injuries. So I think it'll be a tough game, but Roma win is what we need.
All right, all right, all right. So Atleti versus Juventus is the big talking point of the episode tonight, and we've discussed that. Swarnim looks confident. Samuel's predicted a 4-0. He says it'll be great if Juventus win 4-0. And mind
No,
you,
4-1. It's 4-1.
4-1. Okay,
Yeah,
giving
4-1.
As long as we are in the next round.
So, guys, what do you make of Zinedine Zidane coming back to his old club? To rephrase this, did you think Zidane was smart enough to leave when Cristiano was quitting, leaving for Juventus? And do you think he will be handed? He is coming back just because Perez has promised him a transfer kitty of like 300 million euros or something? Anyone?
I think the major question right now is, will Cristiano Ronaldo do a Bonucci and head back to US?
I don't think that's going to happen. And for me, Zidane going back to Real Madrid is just a panic. Real Madrid is pushing, probably jumping on the panic button, not just pushing it. And being a Juve fan, I know how to come back from terrible situations. So you cannot just buy it, spend 300 millions and expect to win the Champions League from the next season. Doesn't work like that. You need to build the team from scratch, the way that Milan has been doing now. Until last season, they wanted to buy Higuain, they wanted to buy Bonucci, and wanted to buy everyone and try to win the league, but it doesn't work like that.
I don't think we ever wanted to win the league. We just need to get back to the Champions League right now.
Of course, but for that, again, it's just my opinion that a club should rebuild from scratch. You cannot just buy players like Higuain and expect them to do everything for the club. The manager has to take responsibility as well.
Well, Pulkit, Ancelotti, what do you make of Ancelotti's season so far as the Napoli manager?
Definitely, he has done good in Champions League and Europe. But for Serie A, I think during the start of the season only we were many points behind. So uh, we didn't get that start we wanted in Syria. So and like Milik has been inconsistent. He was not firing goals start of the season. We had a scoring problem during the start of the season. So but now that team is settling down, and definitely he did very good in Champions League. Like my other friends from who don't know Napoli at all, they they were praising a lot. So
So, uh,
definitely,
before we go, your top six predictions. I'm saying 2 to 6. We don't need to predict who's going to come first. Swarnim's given me a great big smile there. So let's start with you, Swarnim. Top six predictions.
Uh,
And mind you, 1 second before you predict, we'll be doing this week in, week out till we finish the season because I'd like to, when we go back, when we do a review of the season, we can go back seeing that this was the prediction week in, week out for the top six. So, Swarnim, top six, Juventus fan?
Juventus, Napoli, Milan, Roma, Inter, and probably Atalanta or something.
The man has spoken and he's, so Milan a third. Okay. Salmon,
Yeah.
top six
Okay, my
prediction.
prediction, yeah, Juventus, Napoli, Milan, then Roma, Inter, and Torino. I think
Oh,
Torino will
so
be.
yeah, so Roma's in the fourth. Okay, Sakit.
Yeah, so Juve, of course. I think Napoli should pip us for second place eventually because of Ancelotti. Milan third. Inter should make it through fourth, I guess. And either of the Roman teams for fifth and sixth.
Hmm. Anyone fancy a Lazio somewhere? But
Yeah,
Lazio eighth. Yeah. Okay.
Lazio
Yeah.
but
for
they have one match. They have played one match less, I think.
Yeah. They so if you count
They have
that,
a
yeah,
game.
yeah, correct. So anyone fancy a Lazio in top 5 or 4 or something like that?
Lazio for sixth, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pulkit. Yeah. Let's come to you now. Top six.
Uh, Juventus, Napoli, AC Milan, Inter, uh, Lazio, Atalanta.
Oh,
Sorry,
Roma.
I forgot Roma. Na? Yeah, fifth Roma and sixth Lazio.
Salmon might have had a.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
What
no.
happened there?
yeah.
You won,
But
you won.
for fifth and sixth, it will be very tough
Hmm.
between Roma, Lazio, and Atlanta, I think.
Yeah. So, Swarnim, before we go, and I know the 18 point, you're 18 points here, but we forgot the UA game, and quite a few players were rested, but Moise Keane was very good in that game. And two questions. Moise Keane, the future for this kid, and second, should Emre Can have allowed Moise Keane to complete his hat trick there?
See, the first part is Moise going to be, hopefully, going to be a big player for us in future.
Yeah.
And by future, in 3 or 4 years, probably from the next season. And the second question is yes. But there might be something going on behind the team that we don't know.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is okay. So, guys, any
Just some tactical decision could be something by could be a decision by Allegri to keep Moise.
and one more prediction before we go because we have a big match coming right in an hour, 2 hours, an hour, I think. Yeah. So
2 hours. Yeah.
yeah, just 2 hours away
2
from
hours.
the game. And we would love your predictions as well. Starting reverse this time. Let's start with Pulkit and let's your prediction for the Atleti Juventus game at Turin.
I'll fancy Juventus to win this game 3-0.
3-0. Okay. Sakit?
I'm going for 3-1 with Kalinic scoring for Atletico.
Samuel, Atleti
Yeah.
Juventus. You,
The
you
one for yeah.
yeah. So
The
Sam,
1-4 was just a joke.
okay.
Actually, I think Juventus will score 2, and it'll be the extra time. So, and might be Juventus going in an extra time goal.
And for me, it's gonna be 2-0 again, and you were winning on penalties.
Oh, that's a different prediction altogether. Swarnim's done it again. So a fun episode just before the Milan derby. We have a very special episode coming there. Eyes on that. And it's great to have you, Sakit. It's great to have you, Samuel. Whatever the connection, but we finished, and I'll get in touch with you guys on WhatsApp. Pulkit, thank you for joining us on such short notice, and it was fun having you. Swarnim's been a regular here. Swarnim, I hope Paolo Rossi is watching, loving these episodes, and I might get to host an episode of Italian football someday. So, so best of luck to Swarnim, to the Juventus India fan club, to everyone at Turin. And the Milan derby is coming, Sakit. We would love to see you later in the week as well. So let's hope we can put in a show there. Samuel will be good. Pulkit, Samuel, we would love to have you guys in future as well. So that's your host Prasad Budkar signing out on this episode of you.